Alright guys, so we're just walking into the fortress right here. I guess it's sort of a museum type thing. Not much English there. And I think basically we're inside what used to be the fortress. And these are all in German, which is very unfortunate. And I don't feel like doing Google Translate. That's actually just a model mock-up of the fortress. Kind of just do that's a vintage crossbow. Oh, and I see what they're gonna do. So they're gonna take, on this model mock-up, they're gonna take the fortress through the ages here. So we're kind of walking through, and it shows the expansion of the fortress on the models. And so we started off with almost nothing, and now we're up to a couple buildings and that sort of thing. So we're just going to kind of quickly cruise on through here. These are some of the old vintage daggers and weapons. Again, vintage. I should say not vintage, but period suits of armor and clothing, presumably genuine. And again, another expansion of the fortress here. Looks like about 1750 for that one. It's probably in its final state. And these are some of the stairways that were period to the original fortress. Presumably a piece of the wall. Yeah, and another development. Symphony in D. Presumably written here. Looks like it's got a postmark cancellation on it, which is kind of interesting. This is presumably what the main dining hall would have looked like, and you can kind of see underneath there, you can kind of see the almost like a Sistine Chapel type painting on the ceiling there. I guess that's what the mirror is for, so we can look down in and see that. Apparently 1/55th scale model. And I should remember not to touch the glass because sometimes get yelled at for that. Again, some period books. That's neat to see. You can tell they're printed on old paper, but very well preserved. And the contents of somebody's piggy bank from long ago, which is also very neat. Actual gold and silver pieces. Legit gold and legit silver. Which is presumably what this is. Yeah, you're on ride videos, just like at Disney World. Hopefully we're allowed to come in here. Ah, yes. Artwork. Fortunately, it's art. Otherwise our vlog might have just lost its G rating. But it's art, so it counts. Pretty crazy there. That one's a neat one. A vase of dead roses. And this is, I believe, the fortress. Paleontologist lovers. dinosaur bones. Skeletons as well. And for you mechanical enthusiasts. Glasses, spoons, Frederick Soller, and they just had the Dead Rose picture up on the TV screen that we just took. 2014 apparently, for the Olympic skaters. In 2015. Probably should have gone upstairs first, but that's okay. I think I learned when I was at Schönbrunn Palace. Yeah, I don't know if it was Schönbrunn Palace, but it was in Vienna. I think it was Belvedere Palace, actually, because I don't think we could film in Schönbrunn Palace. But I learned in Belvedere Palace that you can kind of move fairly quickly from photograph to photograph, and then people can pause on the screen if they need to, as long as you give it a quick shot as a tap set for cutting threads. That's very cool. Kind of an odd piece of artwork, but cool if you're an engineering type. All right, I think we've covered all the pictures. We can head on upstairs now and see what's up there.
Then there's an incline lift, not just the cable car.
Actually, we need to, first what we need to do is we need to head on over here, because there's some more photographs over here. And then we'll get out of the basement and head on up to see some of the other exhibits. Apparently archaeology and paleontology and an inclined railway. That's a very neat picture. This one is pretty neat right here. 2012.
Die Bilder erzeugen sich auf einem silbern laminierten Kupferboden. Außerdem das als Kupfer zunächst dazu dient, den Silber
That is very cool. On the moon. 1969. Of course, these pictures were taken off a television screen. I guess it's fairly well known now that NASA's lost the original we'll call it high resolution, but much higher resolution pictures than you typically see of the moon landing, which is a shame. Hopefully they're in the archives somewhere. Although if they haven't found them by now, it stands to reason they don't have a very good chance, but I suppose there's always a chance. We got some blue paintings over here. Not blue paintings, but blue photographs, I guess. These are all fairly modern, 2018, so done just last year. pillars.
Durch die Lüfte wird die Verbindung zwischen der Stadt als Selbstausdruck weiterer Orientierungswege
Don't fall.
das Gehirn wird zerstört.
Covered bridge. Looks like it's straight out of Vermont, but probably not. Looks like our last room here. That's a neat shot in the woods. Very neat. And a water wheel here, a very old water wheel. This is interesting. I don't know if we're taking seismic readings here, or I'm not sure why. It's a very odd place to be taking seismic readings, but there's probably a reason for it that I'm not aware of. 2 more pictures. That one's a neat one too. Alright guys, so we just came upstairs, and I think there's more, judging by what's on that TV right there, there's more artifacts and whatnot that are period and relevant to the fortress. I doubt we'll get resolution good enough on the GoPro to read that. But what is cool are these coins down here. Very cool. Looks like we've got some more silver artifacts over here and some plaques. Oh, and presumably an old map of Koblenz. It's pretty neat here. You can look out over one of the old, they have modern windows here now, but you can look out and see what they used to see back in the day. Pretty neat silver box. I don't know if this is I'm not sure what this is, if it's like a mirror or a hair care set or something of that nature. It's got a box to go in. We've got some classic German beer steins and silver service here. Which I shouldn't say silver. Looks like gold on the edge of that handle. Couple portraits here. And there's, we'll get to that American flag in a second. There must be a story behind that. This must be during the war. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Picture looks like, not sure exactly who is in that picture. Very interesting. A little more modern picture with Mario there in the upper right. But a lot of these are from the World War. One of the World Wars. Perhaps the original Koblenz cable car? Perhaps. And the American flag. And we will translate this. We'll Google Translate that later. Apparently it's got 48 stars. So it's before Alaska and Hawaii became states. Yeah, 1918. So I captured it. We'll Google Translate it later and find out what the story is on that. So here we have an 1830 replica soldier jersey. Not not sure it's a jersey, but that's the word that came out of my mouth. Sort of a period bunk bed setup. Can it? Yeah, please do not enter. Is there no? I guess there's no glass here. Yeah, that's why they say please don't enter. Yeah. And then a second lieutenant uniform. And then what looks like, I guess, what we would call in the U.S. a Gatling gun. And then I guess these bunk bed setups, these might be, since we're in like a military setup, I wonder if these are military barracks. Probably. Those are bunk beds for the soldiers and cabinets for their belongings. Circa 1900. And then again, becoming somewhat more modern, 1903. All right, we've done the second floor.